So ever since I changed the valve cover gasket, I know I need the camshaft position sensor in the front because it was full of oil, so I'm pretty sure that's bad, and the check engine light codes told me it was bad. But just recently, after 136,000 miles, I forget what it was when we did the valve cover gasket, like 130. But now we have trouble starting it. It doesn't start all the time perfectly, but once it starts, we'll be good. So the scanner says it's bank 1, so this is number 1, this is number 2. We're going to take this bracket off so we can see them better, and I'll show you again. You're only going to have to move it a little bit, so that's fine. You can unclip these hoses and stuff just to get them out of the way. And then you can unbolt it or do the connector first, it doesn't matter. So then you just push the bracket towards the back of the car so you can get your socket in there. So I've taken my sensor out and apart before, and I know that inside the connection here was all full of oil. It's right under the valve cover that was leaking right here and all around it, so that's probably what ruined this sensor. So we're going to go ahead and see if we got the right one and switch it out. So you can see it's all full of oil on the inside. Let me get a rag. So there's a better shot of the oil down in there in the connector, so I'm sure that's not helping things. We'll try to clean these up and put it back together, see what happens. So I purchased the cheapest camshaft position sensor I could find. Here's the packaging for the new one, made in China. It was $18, and I'm pretty sure the genuine VW Audi part was around $80, and then the next cheapest one was about $68. So the $18 one, you know. Yep, we just dropped it. So we've got everything all bolted back up. I didn't run these lines back through the clips yet, but we'll go ahead and test fire it. So it's been unpredictable. Sometimes it'll start right up, and then sometimes you have to crank it 3 or 4 times. So, new camshaft position sensor, let's see. First try. Pretty good. So here's an update on the camshaft position sensor. We have 146,000 miles on it. Here's the factory original one, just dropped in the dirt, and I changed it, and I'm sure everyone was like, oh, you shouldn't use that cheap $16 Chinese one, it's just going to blow out again, you should buy the $80 one. I was just updating you guys that you can see the mileage now. The Chinese one's working fine. It started up perfectly every time ever since I changed that, so camshaft position sensor, just buy the cheap one, it'll work just fine. Same part number.